So, Apex Legends, released recently and seems like a big hit right now in favorite games to play. But I've been noticing in-game how quite a lot of people have been having trouble or even ignoring the movement system in the game, and not using it completely to their advantage. I would like to show a couple of things from my experience that might help you in-game, or maybe give you a fresh idea on how to traverse the map next time. I'll also be talking about the character Pathfinder specifically, and his movement a little later on in the video, as I've noticed a lot of struggle there from players. But first, let's talk about the basic movement of the game, shall we? The game has light parkour mechanics where you can run on top of vertical surfaces to get on top of buildings or hills. You can also climb up and jump to the side of the surface of the object if it's too tall. Depending what you're climbing though, it could be different, so think on your feet while you give this a try in practice. On top of that, it also has an interesting sliding mechanic where sliding any downslope surfaces would increase your speed to a certain amount. After taking 2 steps or more while sprinting, you'll be able to slide. If you don't sprint or take those 2 steps, you'll awkwardly crouch and slow yourself down in the worst situation. That's something to keep in mind while playing if you've been having this inconsistency with it. The mechanic itself is pretty static on what the game believes is a downslope, so you can use this to your advantage to make yourself faster. Also, jump sliding will make it ever so slightly faster too. So, doing a combination of both at the same time will make you a harder target in general, and not get headshot especially. Using these mechanics will be crucial for you to survive fights and get out of tight spots. And you know, not be this guy. Now that the basic movement is out of the way, let's talk about Pathfinder. He's a very unique character in terms of movement. After trying out all the characters, I personally kept on playing Pathfinder due to how he assists the team with finding out where the next ring is, but especially his maneuverability around the map. I've seen most players using Pathfinder in the slowest way possible by grappling directly to the location, like this. So how to grapple properly, you might ask? Let me show you. Now let's go step by step exactly what you should do in order to fling yourself like this. What's causing it? If you'd like to go faster and further to a location, first thing is to find the highest point of where you can grapple. Since this is specifically a building that's on my right, I'm gonna press the left key here so I don't fling into the building but instead go around it. Pathfinder's grapple increases your speed depending how fast you are at the beginning, meaning if you grapple after sliding really fast, you can use that energy to fling yourself even further away, which is pretty cool. You can also do vice versa, where you grapple, gain that momentum, and then slide down to go even faster. Also, if you feel adventurous enough, you can also practice some alternative ways of going up and down the map that might be faster, or to catch up to an enemy. I got him. Let's say this rope, for example. Let's say all these locations are compromised, and our only way up is by the rocks. We can do that exactly with Pathfinder. Just stay really close to the actual wall vertically and launch yourself up using the grapple and the movement keys. It might take a bit of practice, but I assure you, it will be very rewarding and efficient. And I've heard a lot of talks about Pathfinder being a slow character in terms of the normal movement. What you see when you're playing Pathfinder is that the character is actually taller than most of the other characters, and he has a very different animation made for him, to where he kind of looks slower in the first person view. He's basically the same speed like, let's say, Wraith or Lifeline. The biggest difference is his animation, and that's about it. But yeah, that's it for me. Hope this was useful for you in any way possible. Maybe uncover some problems you might have had in the beginning. And yeah, see you around.